You are finished here. Get out of my sight.
Please, I need this job. Don't do this.
The entire restaurant went silent the moment the rich woman slapped Daniel's mother across the face for accidentally spilling wine on her expensive dress. And while wealthy guests laughed and recorded the humiliation on their phones, little Daniel stood frozen beside the table, watching his mother beg through tears not to lose her job. But the humiliation didn't stop there, because the restaurant manager fired her immediately just to satisfy the billionaire family. And as Daniel walked his crying mother into the cold rain that night, he heard the woman laughing behind them, not knowing the quiet, poor boy she humiliated would one day become the judge holding her family's future in his hands. After that night, Daniel changed completely, growing up in poverty with his widowed mother Maria, who worked endlessly cleaning houses and washing dishes just to feed him, while teaching him one lesson he never forgot: never let pain make your heart ugly. But life kept testing them, as Daniel was mocked in school for being poor, ignored by teachers, and forced to work construction jobs, supermarkets, and night shifts while studying under streetlights whenever their electricity was disconnected. Yet every time he wanted to quit, he remembered his mother crying in that restaurant and turned the pain into fuel, eventually earning a scholarship to law school, becoming one of the youngest prosecutors in the city, and later a respected judge. While the powerful Whitmore family that once humiliated his mother slowly lost everything through greed, corruption, and betrayal, until one shocking morning, their youngest son Richard Whitmore was arrested for stealing millions from elderly pensioners, destroying countless lives. And the entire city exploded when people discovered Judge Daniel Vaughn would oversee the case, because the same poor little boy who once watched his mother get slapped now had the power to decide the fate of the family that destroyed her dignity. And on the first day of trial, Vanessa Whitmore walked into the courtroom looking nothing like the proud, wealthy woman from years ago. But the moment she looked toward the judge's seat and recognized Daniel, her face turned pale because she realized karma had finally arrived. For weeks, the courtroom remained tense as victims cried while explaining how Richard stole their savings and ruined their futures. And although Daniel appeared calm, inside him a war was raging, because part of him wanted revenge for every hungry night, every eviction notice, and every tear his mother tried hiding after losing that restaurant job. But another part remembered Maria's voice saying, "Never let pain make your heart ugly." Then, one rainy evening after court, Daniel found Vanessa sitting alone outside the courthouse, crying with no bodyguards, no luxury cars, and no pride left. And when she saw him, she whispered, "I know you remember me," before breaking down and confessing she regretted humiliating his mother for years. But then she revealed something Daniel never expected, that before Maria died from illness 3 years earlier, she secretly visited Vanessa after the Whitmore family lost everything, and instead of mocking her suffering, Maria brought her food and forgave her, telling her that pain eventually visits everyone. And hearing that shattered Daniel, because he realized his mother carried more strength in her kindness than he ever carried in his anger. The next morning, the courtroom was packed for the final verdict as reporters crowded every corner, and Richard Whitmore stood trembling beside his lawyers, while Judge Daniel Vaughn finally declared him guilty on all charges, sentencing him fairly according to the law, without revenge or abuse of power. And before ending the session, Daniel looked directly at Vanessa and quietly said, "My mother was a better human being than both of us," causing the old woman to break down crying as Daniel walked away, not as the poor boy who was humiliated years ago, but as a man who refused to let pain destroy his humanity, because real success is not becoming rich or powerful, but surviving cruelty without becoming cruel yourself. And the biggest lesson in life is this: never look down on people struggling today, because life changes fast. The quiet person you humiliate may one day stand above you tomorrow. So always treat people with kindness, especially those who can do nothing for you, because revenge may satisfy anger for a moment, but forgiveness protects your soul for a lifetime. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because someone out there needs this reminder today.